Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Theorist, here with your host, JC Botero67. Hope you guys all had a chill and relaxing or exciting Memorial Day weekend. Maybe you guys did a staycation or went on vacation somewhere, so hopefully that has treated you well. And then if you guys are in school, hopefully you guys are enjoying your summer break. I know I enjoyed my weekend because I went to Phoenix Comic Con, because I refuse to call it Phoenix Comic Fest or Fan Fusion or whatever they're trying to call it now. Screw you, San Diego Comic Con. I'm very passionate about being anti-SDCC, so we can get into that at some point later, but I want to focus on happy moments. So I actually got to meet Steve Bloom, like I said, and I actually had him sign my precious artwork. So you can see right there, See You Space Cowboy, signed by Steve. With Spike's name, of course, added to that. And then I bought quite a lot of merch. I actually did buy some Cowboy Bebop posters. I have not pinned them up here yet, but eventually I hope to do that. And on top of that, not Cowboy Bebop related. Not necessarily anime related. But if y'all are fans of the Powerpuff Girls, look at this beautiful Funko Pop that I got. I got him. Him is like my favorite villain of the Powerpuff Girls. So I was excited to see that at a stand and was like, I need it immediately. But anyway, I had a great weekend and, got to do some awesome cosplays. So pictures will be provided. I'll even probably provide a collage here just so you guys can, take a sneak peek. And then, I'll try and post some pictures on my social media. I know I posted a few, obviously, when I met Steve in my Faye cosplay, and then I did a collage of Femme Waluigi, and I actually cosplayed with my friend, and he was cosplaying Luigi, so yeah. I don't believe I've posted, I haven't posted my Cheryl pictures yet, and I was gonna cosplay Miss Scarlet from Clue, which I kind of did, but only for dinner, and I mean, nothing to be worried about, but there was an evacuation Saturday night at con, so even if I had wanted to go back to the con site after dinner in Miss Scarlet, I couldn't because they closed it down for the rest of the night. So that was a bummer, but I didn't have a big enough group to do Clue with anyway, so I'm really looking forward to maybe next year cosplaying Clue again, but with several people. So that would be a dream. So we'll see if that works out. But anyway, enough of that. This chapter, guys, there's a specific scene. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about because I have tried to defend a certain character. I've tried to understand where they're coming from and why they're doing the things they're doing, but I'm kind of at a loss again right now. And anyway, I'll have a bitch fest about it when we get to it. So for now, let's start at the beginning of the chapter, which is Bomb having spotted the third core. So, as I've said before, Zahard already broke the first one, Bomb the second. Now they're aiming for this third one. Sadly, as much as Bomb had tried to break it, Zahard beats him to it. And we also get introduced to Lycalicus's second form, which is called Coelacanth. So the first form was just the dragon appearance. I thought maybe the first form was like the shape of the needle, then second form was the dragon, and then third form it's like, oh, well, we're left in suspense because Lycalicus got swallowed up, but now suddenly there's this second form of Lycalicus coming out of nowhere. So that had me questioning, are there just 3 Lycalicuses that he's just carrying around, because otherwise, how was he able to get Lycalicus back? It wasn't really explained, but what I'm thinking is that Lycalicus was this big thing, right? Probably some big-ass blade. So my thought is that it got broken up into these 3 different weapons. So maybe that's how that's able to work out. So as far as we know from this image, Lycalicus is red, and it's like a more wider blade. And actually, we'll get more info on it later. For now, we jump over to Koon and Co. So Rock appears to be insulting the scale this time, not necessarily Koon. And I honestly don't know why White is so chill with Rock riding him. Or he's actually riding on top of him. But either way, that sounds really weird. Not in that sense. But yeah, freaking Rock's kind of like tugging at his hair. I don't know. Okay, I'm just making this really weird. Sorry. For all those who ship Koon with Coffee Addict. Y'all have a new ship now. Rock and White. But anyway, the mirror does get offended and claims that I will wipe you right off the face of this world. So then after that, we get to this panel where Rachel's excited. She's like, it's here. And Rock and White are taken aback. So my guess is that the mirror just appeared way closer to them than it was before. So, I mean, you can kind of see that, I guess, comparing these two images side by side. So anyway, it looks like they're looking directly into the mirror, so Koon is quick to warn them, being like, no, don't look directly into it. And then after that, Rock and Koon are combining skills, somehow, to create what is called the 5-second freeze and petrification on that mirror. And so Rachel is surprised at how they did it. Meanwhile, Koon's getting a hold of Huang. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Hopefully I did. But BB3, in other words. And he's basically letting him know that the mirror is now in the bug room. So then BB3 proceeds to open the gate. And that's where we leave off with that group for now. So now I get to read to you guys a little bit more about this second form of Lycalicus, which again is called coelacanth. So Koon Edwan's observing, and he's saying in his thoughts, that's a tough weapon that he just took out. Lycalicus' second form. It's thin, but has a wider attack radius. And the straight beam of light spreads shockwaves. The range and speed of those shockwaves combine with Zahard's Shinzu control skill to make them unbelievably fast, which eliminates the downside of the needle, which is fast, but can only attack in a straight line, and creates an unstoppable needle. So the blow that Zahard delivered to Bomb previous to this scene left a deep wound on him. I don't know why I'm touching here when it's like over here. But Bomb knows that he has to keep going, because if he doesn't find that fourth core, the final core, let's be real here, then he loses against Zahard. So there's no way he can let that happen. And then Zahard's coming for him again. He strikes another attack, which causes Bomb to engage what is called the Orb Defense Mode. And so, adding to his physical appearance, we now see wings surrounding Bomb. And of course, Zahard isn't going to stand back. He pulls out another move of his, which is called Cosmos. So for the rest of the scene, I do want to read what Zahard has to say, as well as what Bomb's going to say back. So starting with Zahard, you change and grow in an instant like a newborn baby. I have no idea who the hell you really are, but you certainly have the potential to reach the level of me on the outside. You must have sensed it too, right? Your companions and Huang have disappeared. Huang probably thinks I haven't noticed, but I knew all about what he's up to. But if he puts it into practice, it will all be over. Those guys will all end up dying filled with regret. So Bomb's just like, what? What have you done? Back to Zahard. Well, you'll find out when they smash the scale. On the outside, I'm the king of this tower. A king's destiny is to command everything according to his will. You picked a fight that you could never win. And then Bomb gets angered and he's like, that's not true. And Zahard says, you will never surpass me on the outside. So they're kind of throwing attacks at each other here. And then Koon Edwan's like, bracing himself with the power of these two attacks going at each other. And he asks Zahard, do you intend to kill Bomb, you fake? So, I mean, Zahard's all chill. He's probably confident that he put more damage onto Bomb, which he's surprised because Bomb pops out and is like, destiny, you say? To me, someone who declares themselves king without seeking the acknowledgement of others can never be acknowledged as a king. If that's why Zahard became king, if he's tormented and killed countless people because of that destiny, then I declare my destiny to be to destroy that destiny as of this moment. So I think that's pretty cool, like how Bomb just like spoke out like that. I really admired that scene. So there's a good takeaway from this chapter, but now we're gonna get into some deep shit. So back with Koon and Co. The mirror does start to notice that this place where it's currently at is totally new. And so the mirror is like, okay, I've got to make a copy of it. And, it starts to get error signs and thus ends up catching a bug. And so at this time, Koon is suggesting that they leave, only to start to not feel well. And so here are Koon's thoughts. What's going on? I'm dizzy, and my heart feels like it's going to stop at any moment. Was it okay? This timing? Y'all can imagine who the fuck that is, right? Of course, Koon responds, Rachel? And of course, Rachel says, it seemed like it was time to detonate it, so I used my power. And he's like, you mean, that's right, before. I planted a bomb in your heart while pretending to save you. Because I wanted. And then Koon's like, damn it. To kill you at the most crucial moments. With my own hands. Bye-bye. So who knows what the fuck just happened there. And this scene totally killed me. Like I said before, I try to understand where Rachel comes from. I try to look for justifications as to why she does things. But this is just inexplicable. I don't know. I expected her to be civil with this shit, but that's not what's happening right now. So, I don't know. I don't think it's wise for her to kill Koon. I want to throw this bitch in jail, to be honest. But see, I don't know. That's not an option, I suppose. But it's I don't know. I think... Like I said, I don't think it's smart for her to be killing him off right now. I really don't. He's put in the effort to try and work with her and her team, try to get through this, and she's just not reciprocating the same. And it kind of irritates me that she would do this right now. I think it's the worst timing. And honestly, I don't know if she's bluffing, maybe, because seriously, I don't believe that Koon's gonna die just yet. There is no way that it can happen right now. If Koon is to die, I feel he deserves, a heroic, awesome death. I don't want him to die. But I can't, refute the possibility that it could happen. Okay? And so, I don't know. I personally don't think he's gonna die. Perhaps Rachel is bluffing. You know what? Okay. I think I have an idea. Sorry, I'm just trying to theorize potential outcomes here. And it's funny because speaking of theorizing, last episode I did say, oh, Hoaqin and White are going to get into a fight. It's going to be stupid. And Bomb, goddammit. And Rachel and Koon are going to be the smart ones to work together to get through this thing. Of course, Rachel is defying me right now. But I think if anything, SIU is trying to trip us up here. I believe, okay, maybe yes, she did install a bomb into his heart. I can believe that. What I don't believe is that she would kill him right now. I think she's kind of joking around, and basically next episode or next chapter, she's going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to kill you just yet. I changed my mind. But basically, Koon will be in her hands. I think that's kind of what this is leading up to. So, that's my thought on that. I don't know about you guys. I have tried to defend Rachel times before. I just don't know what's going through her head right now. She's kind of crazy. Let's admit that, okay? I admit that. But she has her reasoning, I guess. I love Koon. But, yeah. We know how Rachel is. So, I'm sure it's nothing too bad. I'm not that concerned for Koon. Is that bad? I claim to love him and like that he's my favorite character and he's Tower of God husbando, but I'm not that worried. So, until I see him dead, like, I'm not gonna worry. And honestly, like I said, I doubt it. I reiterate that statement. I doubt he's gonna die on this hidden floor. Like, it's stupid. Anyway, back to Bomb and Zahard. So basically, just to skip past all this stuff, because I've talked too much about the Rachel Koon thing, because that, to me, was, like, the biggest highlight of this chapter, was the whole the whole Rachel Koon thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and draw this review to a close now, so I don't keep boring you guys. But basically, Bomb decides to use Ignition with his full power, even though it is a risky as fuck move, which is causing the Shinzu around Edwan and Zahar to tremble because it draws these reactions from them. Of course, Zahard looks a little bit more intrigued, whereas Koon Edwan is kind of freaking out. And then on top of that, the way this chapter ends is with Zahard's observation of, but it's like the power of the administrator. So we'll see what happens next. I mean, this move just got hella more powerful. Good job, Bomb. I mean, that's a good way to end the chapter. And that's a pretty big highlight as well. But for me, the scene that took the cake was the whole Rachel Koon thing. And, I mean, you guys already heard my thoughts on that. So, please, by any means, if you agree, please state so below. And if you guys have your own thoughts and theories as to how the whole Rachel Koon thing is gonna go down, you guys let me know. I'm just thinking right now, too, I wonder if, like, White is gonna side with Koon, and maybe White has, like, some kind of counteractive thing, you know, like a counterattack, I guess, to, like, defuse the bomb. I don't know. Just a random thought that popped into my head. I'm just hoping the best for my boy. Let's be real, because I love him too much. But anyway, that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, as always. It's much appreciated, and I definitely appreciate your guys' comments that you leave, too. I know I've been bad about responding to them, but trust me, I read them, I get laughs out of them, you know, I definitely take into consideration points that you make, and I appreciate, always, hearing different sides of the story. So, thank you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.